Hey guys, welcome to Indoor Reef. So I am super excited today because I'm hoping to add a new coral to my fish tank. So this is actually not just any coral, but this is one that I've been trying to get hold of for quite some time. I found out a couple of days ago that the local fish store has this in, so I'm going to go over there this morning and hopefully get this, and then you guys can join me in adding this to my tank. So you can see here the lights have just come on, things are just starting to wake up. I just dropped a little bit of food in there, so the clowns are just starting to move about a little bit for us. Hey guys, you excited for new coral? Nah, I think they're just excited to find the food. Okay guys, so let's go over to the computer and I'll show you the coral I'm hoping to get today. So the place I'm going to be going today is Abyss Aquatics in Stockport. Now they're really good for marine, they've always got loads of corals and loads of fish in store. But what I've been doing recently is actually watching on their website. So this is a new section they've set up for corals recently, and they've been trying really hard to keep it up to date with what they've actually got in store. So this means that it's a lot easier in a situation like this where there's something specific I want. So it avoids me having to call in to keep checking to see if they've got it. So we can see here, Monitpora Hirsuta, this is the one I'd like, and it is in stock. One of the things I really like about this coral is how it grows. So it kind of grows into these like finger-like branching structures, but then it also kind of plates in the air as well. So if I go on Google here, we can probably see this a little bit better. So you can see how it's almost got this branching finger structure and then forms these plates at the end. And I think how exactly it grows depends on the flow. But I think it looks super cool, and I really love the way you get these brighter spots on the darker background as well. If you've looked a bit more closely at my tank, you'll see I've got quite a few Monties in there. I really like them, and I think this will complement the tank really nicely. So on that note, I think we should get going and see if I can get this coral.
Later.
Okay, so just got back from the shop, and the good news is they had the coral I was looking for, and I've also got an extra coral. So I didn't plan to do this, but you know how it is, you go to the fish shop, they have nice corals. So there was an awful lot of coral in there today, and anyway, there was one that really caught my eye. So we've got an extra one, which I'll show you when it comes out the bag in a minute. But for now, I've just got both of the corals floating on the tank in the bags that they came in, just to give them a little bit of time to acclimatise to the temperature of the tank. So hopefully they shouldn't have cooled down much anyways. They've only been in the car for about half an hour, so let's give these a little while to get sorted.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so the bags have been floating here for a little while now, so the corals should be nicely acclimatized to the temperature of the tank. So the next step is to start adding some water out of the tank into the bags. Now you'll notice I've turned off the auto top off, and that's so that as I start taking water out, fresh water isn't put in to replace it, and it doesn't start adjusting the salinity of the tank. Now this is the type of thing you have to be particularly aware of in a small nano tank compared to a large tank, because the amount of water we remove in is a much bigger percentage of the overall tank water compared to in a bigger tank. Okay, so I've got the first bag open now, so I'm just going to have to take this over to the sink to get rid of a little bit of the water. I've emptied some of the water that was in the bag out of the bag to make room for adding some new, and I've folded down the lip of the bag so we can start adding some water there. Get some water here. So by folding down the lip of the bag, what this does is it lets the bag float. So we'll just add a small amount in there for now. Okay, so I've now got the Monitpora bag open as well, and you can start getting a look at that coral in there. Doesn't it look beautiful? So I'm going to take this over to the sink and get rid of a little bit of the water in here. Like I did with the last one, I'll bring it back.
Eventually.
I always use gloves when I'm moving things around in the tank. I've got quite a few bristleworms, and also there's bacteria and things in there and some toxins that you don't really want on your hands. At this point I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to mount the coral, so is it better to leave it on the frag plug or take it off? In the end I decided to break the coral off the frag plug and mount it directly. Thankfully the coral broke off nice and cleanly. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is use some of this reef epoxy to stick down the new coral. So the way this works is you get 2 sticks and you have to take a little bit off each. Now it's really important that you don't overwork this, because if you do it can take the oxygen out of the water. There's like a load of warnings in the manual, so you want to keep how much you use and how much you work this to a minimum. Okay, so what you do is take it and work it together. You can see here the one I've got's the coralline algae, so you get a lovely coralline algae colour, so it's meant to look quite authentic. But the thing they warn you here is make sure not to overwork it, especially underwater. I know where this coral's going to go, so I'll be doing it dead quick. I'm going to try and give you as good a view as possible while I fasten the coral in place using the putty. Oh, and I nearly forgot, wipe your fingers before you touch the coral after handling the putty. I've found in the past that the corals get a little bit irritated if you don't. Okay, so the corals are in the tank now. They're probably going to take a little while to get settled before they open up, but hopefully later today I can come back and show you how they're looking. Okay, so the corals are in the tank now. So you can see the zoas down here. You can probably start to make those polyps out. What's interesting, there's this little polyp on the side here, and I'm not really sure what type of zoas they are, or they were attached to the side of the frag. They weren't open in the shop. I've had a good look at them here now, not sure, so it's a bit of a surprise. I've mounted them onto the Monty there though, so it should be easy to get them off the plug if necessary. And then here it is, Monitpora Hirsuta. I've waited for this a long time. Looks kind of a small piece there in the tank at the moment, but this frag will grow out over time, so flow off, so you can start to get a better look at this. So you can see it's a really big rock up there. There's lots of room. But I really want to give this one space to grow out, because this is a favourite coral of mine. And I think there's probably a bit more room to fasten some more stuff there, and you start getting a look at that other Monty at the back, which you can't see so much from the front. Okay, so I think we'll leave that there for today. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to the channel. I try and release a new video once a week. If you've got any ideas or anything you'd like to hear about, please leave a comment down below and I'll see if I can incorporate that into the next video. Until next time on Indoor Reef, keep it stable, keep it fun, and keep reefing.